why Mortal Kombat 1 may be prime time for villain redemption arcs. Now, shout out to Christopher Castellaw over at Game Rant for writing this amazing article is what we get ready to decipher. Now, Liu Kang's newfound godly powers in Mortal Kombat 1 could be the catalyst for setting some of the franchise's key villains down a path to redemption. Now, NetherRealm Studios' first trailer for Mortal Kombat 1 made it immediately clear that the balance of power in the Mortal Kombat universe has shifted dramatically. The debut trailer shows that the game picks up where the canon ending for Mortal Kombat 11 left off, with Liu Kang having been transformed into the powerful fire god Liu Kang and setting out to reshape the world into a radically changed new era. Although Fire God Liu Kang's intentions were obscenely peaceful, the ripple effects of his action could lead to drastic changes to the status quo for some of the MK1 characters. Now, while long-time Mortal Kombat nemesis Shang Tsung makes an appearance towards the end of the trailer, NetherRealm hasn't yet revealed who Mortal Kombat 1's main villain will be. One intriguing choice would be to use the restructured universe to flip the script on some long-established character roles. With Fire God Liu Kang now having access to limitless power, it wouldn't be difficult to imagine that power going to his head and creating the conditions for some classic Mortal Kombat villains to join the forces of good to take down the now despotic deity. Now, before I continue on, how many times have I told you guys that Liu Kang is a false god? I've said that multiple times. Now, even the guys over at Game Rant has some sort of same theory. Well, I should say Christopher over at Game Rant for writing this amazing article. I have to agree with him, which is what I've been saying for almost 2 years at this point, that Liu Kang is a false god. All of that power is going to get to his head. You can tell in the trailer when he killed Shang Tsung, when he was like, you either going to choose peace or if you've chosen war with a god, and his voice get deep and the thunder goes off. That's just like real dictatorship. That's almost like me not taking out the trash and then Jesus Christ himself comes to earth and told me I chose war with a god. Like, that's not fair. You cannot interfere in the daily lives of mortals. You cannot do that at all. Now, we could say Shang Tsung is not a mortal, but you cannot interfere with the creation of a universe, which is one of the reasons why Raiden was not able to, well, good Raiden was not able to interfere. The Elder Gods did not let him because things needed to play out and follow a certain set of rules. But we all saw once the Elder Gods were gone, Raiden kind of did whatever he wanted to do, but Raiden was smart enough to give up his power, so now everything falls back on Liu Kang at the end of the day. But let's go ahead and continue, shall we? Liu Kang's pursuit of peace could be the cause of the chaos in Mortal Kombat 1. Fire God Liu Kang's reshaping of the world following Mortal Kombat 11 is likely to have unexpected ripple effects that will come to surface in Mortal Kombat 1. While his actions were meant to bring peace, Fire God Liu Kang's intentions may not be as noble as they appear. Allowing unchecked violence and bloodshed to continue in his new world could be the first sign of Liu Kang's transformation into the same sort of villain he once fought against, setting the stage for a long overdue redemption arc for the Mortal Kombat 1 combatants. Now, recent statements from NetherRealm Studios creative director Ed Boon indicated that players should expect some changes to series lore with Mortal Kombat 1, so a heel turn for Fire God Liu Kang wouldn't be entirely unexpected. Boon teased that some characters could receive new origin stories for Mortal Kombat 1, potentially paving the way for familiar or former villains to ally themselves with the forces of good. This could open the door for some powerful and unexpected allies in the Mortal Kombat 1 universe. Now, the reshaped world of Mortal Kombat 1 could give rise to unexpected alliances, so we will be more than likely getting a new deadly alliance, which is going to be great. I'll do a video on that. Now, in the face of a new threat posed by Fire God Liu Kang, some former enemies may have to put aside their differences to take him down and save the MKU. Forcing former enemies into uneasy alliances would be a good way. One second. Okay, where was I? Forcing former alliances into uneasy alliances would be a good way to flesh out and potentially resolve some of the franchise's long-running rivalries, even affecting the gameplay. Using the new cameo fighter system in MK1, players could see sworn enemies like Sub-Zero and Scorpion team up mid-match to take down Fire God Liu Kang and his minions. Now, depending on how Mortal Kombat 1 story plays out, Even the series villain Shang Tsung could see himself eventually allying with the heroes, seeing the powerful sorcerer working with the original MK characters to battle against Fire God Liu Kang would be an unexpected and thrilling reversal of the series, usually status quo. Not only would this shake up the franchise traditional formula, but it would lay the groundwork for MK1 sequels and expansions in a reshaped world. Having Fire God Liu Kang turn towards tyranny in his pursuit of a better world is a bold move for the franchise that fits perfectly with the reimagined timeline of MK1. Shaking up the series status quo in this manner would not only allow for some thrilling team-ups, but former foes, but also established MK1 as the beginning of a whole new era for the storied franchise. Now, please be aware that this game launches on September the 19th for PC, PS5, Switch, and the Xbox Series X. So I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. Do you think false god Liu Kang will eventually turn evil when all that power goes to his head? I honestly think so, because look what happened to evil Raiden. Raiden was like, screw it, we need to stop playing defense, we need to start playing offense. So he really went out and slayed everybody, and look what happened. Look where we ended up at. We ended up getting a new universe. So I'm definitely going to be doing a separate video on that. I've been saying this for almost 2 years now, and I made an entire documentary about Liu Kang being a false god, or whatever the case is, multiple videos on the channel. So I think it's about time I bring more of that to the forefront, because it is looking like things are going to be completely different. I also got some update news for Kano and a couple other characters are going to be dropping for y'all. Now, for those of you watching the video right now, and if you really enjoyed this, spending time reading this article, kind of breaking it down and dissecting it, then I need you to go ahead and smash that like button, because that's what's going to help the channel grow and move through the algorithm. It also keeps me motivated to make more videos and to put out more videos for you guys. So you enjoy watching content on the channel, I need you guys to go ahead and pay up by smashing that like button. So if you're watching this video for the first time, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, as this is your brand new favorite and exclusive place for daily Mortal Kombat content. Okay, now that we got the story out of the way, I'm going to be keeping my promise of reading some of your questions. So I'm going to be reading this question from Kyle Snyder from my previous live stream video, and he said this. He said, "I'm confused. During the Q&A, it was stated that this is not a continuation of Aftermath. How can this be unless the story get retconned to where Liu Kang has always been a god? And I also thought about the Titans sending in Onaga to finish off Liu Kang, since the way he became a god was illegal." That's what I've been saying for the longest. "Or maybe Shang Tsung in an alternate timeline was secretly resurrected by a Titan who is angry with Raiden and Liu Kang for doing what they did, along with killing Kronika. Shang Tsung could have been kept in another void and watch while Liu Kang created this new era, brought back Onaga with the help of Quan Chi and Shinnok to kill Liu Kang and or Kombat. He also could have sent an younger version of himself to see what Liu Kang would do playing before. Or I could be wrong, and it's all part of the plan. Why she keep on calling? Cause she know I'm high demand. So in love with me, I got her on command. She sucked me inside the coop, I say, and I'm your biggest fan." So I want to take a little bit of time to break this down. I made it to the top, so you can see I'm living grand. I'm in Cali with some bitches on the beach, we bring a sand. Keep that 30 on the seat, and she like Curry with the left hand. So to break down what you said you're confused because during the Q&A it stated that this is not a continuation of Aftermath. I'm gonna address that part first, Kyle. So basically, as I mentioned in that one video that I made, what Ed Boon was saying is it's the closing of one chapter and an open to another. It's almost like when you're watching a TV show, you got a season 1 villain, a season 2 villain, a season 3 villain, or whatever the case is. So basically you can consider Mortal Kombat as like a season 2 to Mortal Kombat 11 as the timeline. So everything that previously happened still exists with us, but it's a new world. It's almost like that TV show The Flash. If you're familiar with DC Comics, they got a TV show called The Flash, Arrow, Batwoman, all of those type of things. They had this new world that was created after everything was destroyed, when basically Green Arrow, he saved the world, he saved billions of people when the timelines were crumbling, and they created something called a new Earth. But only people like Barry and a few other people have the memories of what previously happened within those timelines, and none of the people on Earth remember unless they're hit with some sort of device. So this is no different. Those things actually happened, but this is basically a reboot. But we still remember what happened. Like I said, Fire God Liu Kang only became a Fire God because of MK11. So that's the reason why we're still continuing the story in that sense. You even heard what Liu Kang said, this is my new era and everything and stuff like that. So he's referencing MK11. This literally picks up, Ed Boon said it picks up right after MK11. So removing all of the old things out of the way, as far as him saying that it's not going to be a continuation, he meant more so in the form that we're going to see new lores, new backstories, because this is a new world, and with this new world a lot of things have changed. They've done this on Flash, where you had some villains from season 1 and season 2 show up in season 7 and season 8 with different powers and things of that nature. One that used to be a male was a female and things like that. So that's basically what they meant by that. Hopefully that answered your question. The next part you said in here, you thought about the Titans sending in Onaga to finish off Liu Kang. I don't think that would work, because the Titans should be stronger than Onaga. But I am told Onaga is the strongest person under the one being, so you may have a point there. For those of you listening to this, sound off in the comments below real quick. Who's stronger, the Titans or Onaga? That's a really good question I want you guys to answer, because I can't even answer that right now, because I'm assuming both of them are powerful, but I am smart enough to know that Onaga once upon a time wanted to merge the realms or something like that, so he can become the one being, I believe. So definitely sound off in the comments. That's a really good question. Now the next part you said was about Shang Tsung was secretly resurrected by the Titans, who was angry at Raiden and Liu Kang for doing what they did by killing Kronika. Again, it's a possibility, but not a high possibility. But I am gonna tell you what I think. What I think happened is this, and you mentioned it here when you said what Liu Kang did was illegal. You are 3000% right. I've been saying this from the beginning. Nobody gave Raiden permission to make Liu Kang a god. Nobody gave him permission to merge two Liu Kangs from a different timeline to make them into one person. That's two souls and one body, or whatever the case is. You know, Raiden was merged with him too at one point, so that was three souls and one body. So there has to be some type of rules with the space-time continuum that's going on, which I believe Liu Kang broke the space-time continuum. But I also want you guys to remember something, that Kronika got her wish. Before Liu Kang killed her, she reset everything and erased every single timeline right in front of Liu Kang before he destroyed her. When she was like, "You failed, Liu Kang. Everything you know and love is gone." So maybe she had a contingency plan in there somewhere. But I do also want you guys to remember that there are fixed times and period. I say fixed times and periods. There are fixed points in time. And what I mean by that is, for example, Shang Tsung is always going to exist. Kronika created him for her own purpose, to gather souls for her crown. Now, will that exist in Liu Kang's world? We have to wait and see, but we know one thing. There is too much good in this world. That's the whole reason why Kronika appeared in the first place, because Raiden upset the balance between good and evil. So we have something similar going on here, where Liu Kang is being a dictator in this world that he's in. He's being a full dictator. Like, if you don't listen to him, he will put hands and feet on you and rip you down the middle like he did Shang Tsung. So I can see that some characters becoming good and some characters becoming evil, or whatever the case is, and having people team up in this new world or whatever. So this whole thing being about choices, it plays really good. So I'm excited to see how all of this is going to play out and how it's going to work, because at this point Liu Kang is just way too involved with the creation of Earth. You know, you should create the Earth and go do whatever the heck it is Titans do. Go back to your home and watch TV and take Kitana with you or something, but you really out here doing what you did. Now, Shang Tsung in that trailer coming over to unalive everybody, I don't think that's canon at all. I honestly just think the trailer that you see on your screen was more so an introduction trailer. It's an introduction trailer to people that are, what can we say, introducing you to the universe, basically. That's all it was. This was not a real trailer at all. It was more of a show your work type thing to get everybody hyped. And I think the real trailer is going to be coming out at some point by the time we do see the movie trailer. But again, by the time you guys get to Summerfest, you're able to see some gameplay. I'm not sure if they're going to show Johnny Cage's gameplay first or they're going to show Liu Kang's, but I do know Johnny Cage gameplay and Liu Kang gameplay will be shown at some point, or whatever the case is. That's a no-brainer. So I'm assuming whichever one they don't do at the Summer Game Fest is what they're going to do on a Kombat cast, because it was originally planned for Liu Kang to be showed off with his gameplay, his moves, his combos, things of that nature. They're going to show off some of the defense system that I mentioned, the new mechanics, and all of that type of stuff is going to get shown off. But Liu Kang is going to be one of the demonstration characters. But they also do have Johnny Cage as a demonstration character, but that's something we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer to see where they're going to place what footage. But I am telling you guys that this new gameplay mechanic is just off the chain. It's completely off the chain. Now, a lot of you been asking, when am I going to go live again where I can speak with you guys, interact with you guys? I'm going to be going live again on Tuesday. I go live on Tuesdays at 11:45 p.m. is when I go live. So every Tuesday we going live at 11:45 p.m. and any days I get off, we going live. But Tuesdays guaranteed for sure, 11:45 p.m. and once we get used to that, I'll start going live 3 times a day with different content, bringing you guys the format that you know and that you love, so that way we can prosper and be one of the most interactive channels in the Mortal Kombat universe, and still be able to bring you that quality that you see on your screen that you love, the presentation. I finally found a way to merge premiere videos with live stream and being able to, you know, interact with you guys all at the same time. So that's the beauty of that. So I'm gonna answer about 2 more questions, but hey, Kyle, you did a great job. That was a fantastic question. Now we got Damien Film. He said, at Wave Report, I'm a new subscriber right here. Love the channel. Ed Boon said a few years back that Neo from the Matrix was in talks for Injustice 2. Did you hear anything about Keanu Reeves' character appearing in MK1? Looking forward to fighting you and subscribers in a private lobby or match King of the Hill. Let's go. Now, to be honest with you, I have not heard anything recently about Keanu Reeves being a part of Mortal Kombat 1, but as far as Injustice, yes. Definitely talks about Injustice, and I do have some, speaking of Injustice, I do have multiple Injustice 3 videos that are going to be dropping soon, and man, Injustice 3 is exactly on the same level as MK1, so stay tuned for those videos because it's a whole lot we got to go over with that. So I'm just finding the right time and the right schedule to get that done. All right, so the next person here is King Mar Brown. He said, keep doing your thing, bro. My favorite page for info. Made a second one so I can comment and subscribe twice. Thanks, King Mar. I appreciate it. Let's see if we got any more questions up here. Crypto Man said, is it a 3D fighter? Crypto Man 5000. It's only a 3D fighter when you're doing like Conquest mode or the Crypt or something like that. But the 1v, you know, the side screen fighting will remain the way it was in MK11, but there will be some 3D elements or whatever the case is. Alright, so check this out. Nathaniel Williams said, this song sounds like the Armory from Mortal Kombat 2 and the Warrior Shrine from Mortal Kombat 1 mixed together. Sounds hella dope. Along the throne room, that sounds like it was mixed. He's referring to the countdown song that NRS used in their combat cast, and the same song that I use also when I'm doing the live streams and I do the countdown. Now, Eric Mayfield said, wavy content across the board. Keep up the good work, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nate of Detroit said, you know something? I think I'm going to unsubscribe. I get it that you're hyped for the game, but your condescending disposition towards the disabled is totally rubbing me wrong. For NetherRealm, it might be more cost effective to make a one combo button for those with certain disabilities. Besides, Forza Motorsport has a bunch of variety accessibility features for people who want to enjoy their game that are disabled. So basically what Nate OG Detroit Productions is referring to, I made a comment in my previous live stream where I said that NRS is going to be introducing a one button combo. One button combo. And my words was, I understand that they want to be able to support the disabled people, but the majority should not be punished for this, you know, just for a small amount of people. I did say that I feel sorry for the disabled people, however, they could handle it a lot better. So instead of them putting a one button combo system into the game, which is going to take all the fun out of Mortal Kombat, if you can press one button and it does a 15-hit combo, why don't they just create something in the settings where you can go and turn that on or turn it off if you're a handicapped person? Or better yet, they can just create a handicapped controller that person can purchase to where they can be able to play the game the way that they would like to play the game, and we all don't have to suffer from the one button combo system, because there are a lot of other games that have a one button combo system implemented. So yes, it's a very touchy subject, but I don't think the majority should be punished for the small amount of people that are going through what they're going through. I know that's hard to say, hard for a lot of you to hear, but I'm just being as honest as I possibly can when I say that. For example, when you go to Walmart, how many handicap spots are there at Walmart? There's probably only maybe 10 handicap spots or less, and there's more parking spots. You know why? Because there's less handicapped people in the world than there is normal people. So there is more parking spots because the majority overrules the minority, which is why there's like damn near 200 parking spots or close to it versus the little 10 or 12 handicap spots that there are. So I'm basically pointing out it should be the same way for Mortal Kombat, where the game is targeted towards the majority that do have two hands, and for the ones that only have one or some type of disability, maybe they should create a controller or something like that. Again, no disrespect to the handicap or anything like that or whatever. I'm just being real and being a real across the board as much as I can. I am always going to speak my mind on this channel. I'm not going to bend, I'm not going to fold because of a few people's opinion. But shout out to Nate OG Productions for that comment. We're going to do one more and then we're going to get you guys up out of here. Let me see. Alright, Star said, you look like you're going to regret it, but in a good way, by saying NRS should not release the game this year. I'm not criticizing you, by the way. This game is the most excited game of NRS workers, so for us too. What I can guess for all the info this far about roster is there's going to be two different rosters. One for MK characters, one for cameo characters. We use cameo characters only in one mode, like story mode. For the story mode, Goro, Great Kung Lao, Bihan, Scorpion, Sonya, Johnny Cage, Kano, Reptile, Raiden are the characters we have a high chance of seeing. Okay, Star, so to give you a little correction, you are correct. There are two rosters, and one roster will be dedicated towards Conquest / Crypt / Story Mode, whatever they decide to call it this time around. But your journey will have a companion, somebody that will be there with you to use their special abilities to support you through your story, because the choice is yours at the end of the day, or whatever the case is, you know. So that's basically that. I'm gonna do one more scroll and see if I can find one more comment. I'm gonna go to the newest comments and I'm gonna scroll all the way up, and let's see. We're gonna go to one more video, guys. Give me a second. One more video as far as checking to see what's going on in these comments from you guys, because I want to make sure that I'm able to respond to you guys correctly. So in the meantime of doing that, go ahead and hit that like button while you waiting. Okay, so that's all the comments that I'm going to be reading for here today. I truly appreciate you guys turning in. I know this video was only like 23 minutes long, but that's still good. That's still pretty good. You guys got 23 minutes of content and plenty more to come. With that being said, if you're watching this video for the first time, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. This is your brand new favorite and exclusive place for daily Mortal Kombat content. I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. Do you think Liu Kang is evil? I want you to answer that question. Be sure to leave a really good comment, because if your comment is good enough, you will win your own video, or I will respond to you in the next video. With that being said, thanks for watching.
About to go to frames. We outside in public, baby, please pull up your prints. If they say it's up, then we ain't even shaking hands. Pull up with a beef and now they wanna change the plans. Reason why they running, cause we shooting at they mans, yeah. Hey, and it's all part of the plan. Why she keep on calling? Cause she know I'm high demand. So in love with me, I got her on command. She sucked me inside the coupe, I say, and I'm your biggest fan. Yo, she pull up whenever I land. I made it to the top, so you can see I'm living grand. I'm in Cali with some bitches on the beach, we bring a sand. Keep that 30 on the seat and shoot like Curry with the left hand.